hype, 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 18 hours, 24 minutes, hype, 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 hype. Yo everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic kick butt day today so far. So guys, today's video is going to be all about Carl. He's going to be coming out very soon, only in 18 hours from the point that I'm making this video. That is insane. I'm so excited to get my hands on this. Hopefully you guys are as well to get the brand new brawler. Now in today's video, I want to hop into gameplay on multiple different game modes, as well as go over my opinions as to what I think Carl is going to be like in the meta. Is he going to be overpowered? Is he going to be kind of basic, or is he going to be underpowered in the meta that he's being brought into currently? So essentially, I'm going to be giving you guys my ranking of Carl amongst all the other brawlers before he's placed in the game, based off my limited gameplay with him through dev build. So hope you guys are pumped up. Let's get straight away into it. Here we go. So first things first, let's go over some of the good mechanics that Carl has that I feel like is going to be kind of standalone. That really speaks to me that Carl could be a really optimal brawler in the meta that we're in right now. And the one that speaks to me the most is his health. As you can see, at maxed level, he has 6,160 HP, which is insane. That's more than most brawlers in the entire game. That's more than the medium range, higher health brawlers like you see with Bo and things along those lines. As you can see, Carl has the same exact HP as Pam, and we all know how tanky Pam can be in game, and the only other brawlers that really have higher health than him are the tankier units that are kind of standing in a class of their own, like Primo, Bull, and Frank. Moving on to the next element of Carl that I believe is going to be really good for him in the meta, and that is his super. As you can see, he does 560 damage per second while he's spinning around in circle, and this does damage to multiple units. Say you're playing in duo showdown and a team is right on top of you, you can deal really good damage to both of those units. Another thing to keep in mind about his super is that he has increased movement speed, which makes him the fastest brawler in the entire game when activated. So that increased movement speed can be really good. With a brawler with a lot of health like Carl, he's going to be pretty dang good at being scrappy amongst other brawlers, depending on what brawlers he's going for. But if you want to get in with your super, deal a bunch of damage, get away, and then do the same thing, rinse and repeat, it's pretty dang good. And the final element that I believe is going to make Carl stand out is his basic attack. Now, there are certain elements, if used correctly, that can make Carl's basic attack have really high DPS, which we'll be getting into once we hop into gameplay. However, I feel like it's kind of a double-edged sword. Carl's attack is somewhat difficult to land because it's so slow, even with the increased with his star power. As you can see, Carl's star powers, while he throws his pickaxe, it has more movement speed, so it goes out faster as well as returns to him faster. So in my opinion, being that it's really difficult to land his basic attack, I feel he's more along the lines of a shotgunner, where it's going to be really easy to land your shots at close range, or if you're up against a wall, to deal a lot of DPS. But other than that, it's pretty dang hard to hit at maximum range. So if we were to jump into the things that I feel like are a little bit underwhelming about Carl, it would be falling under his basic attack, and that alone. His other elements are pretty dang solid when you look at him as a character, but being that it's really difficult to land your shot at maximum range or while people are moving, I feel like it kind of is a hindrance to him in certain situations, just from the limited playtesting that I've gotten to do with Carl. And then the final thing that I want to touch on about Carl while he's playing in game is what I've noticed while playing with him is that he's kind of a higher skill cap brawler. It takes a little bit of finesse and practice being able to land your pickaxe consistently against the opponents that you're going for. Now, this is pretty dang rare in Brawl Stars. We see higher skill cap brawlers in the higher rarities in the game, other than the exception being Daryl when he was a little bit underwhelming in the meta. It took a lot of practice getting good with him, but I feel like Carl's going to be one of those high skill cap brawlers that he somewhat deserves to be a little bit higher rarity because he's so unique, as well as it's pretty dang hard to do good with him. But with practice, I think he's going to be a pretty dang solid brawler in the meta. Next, moving on to the game modes that I think he's going to be exceptional in, and the one that speaks to me the most is most definitely Showdown. Carl is incredibly good at opening up boxes, especially if the boxes are right up against a wall, being that you don't have to reload your basic attack waiting for it to come back. If you are right up against a wall dealing all that damage, you can open up boxes, wickety split, and get to a crazy power cube advantage, where some of his disadvantages won't come into play because you have all that power on your side. And the other game mode that I think he's going to be pretty dang good in is Bounty, because he has decent range, though can be a little bit harder to land, as well as he has pretty dang good health for the range that he has. He's pretty dang good at going in with a super to pick up a kill and then getting away. I think being that the whole entire premise of Bounty is just kill based and trying to pick up kills, I think Carl's going to be pretty dang good on this game mode as well. Next, moving on to the other game modes in the game, and through my play testing with Carl, I've noticed that he's not horrible on any game mode inside of Brawl Stars like you would see with a Mortis in Heist. He can hold his own on almost every single one of the game modes, which I believe is pretty dang good in his favor mirror for being a pretty solid brawler in the meta with some practice on him. So as for the conclusion, where do I believe Carl's going to be placed amongst all the other brawlers in the meta once he's released? And I feel very comfortable saying this. I think he's going to be top 35% or 30% of the brawlers in the meta. I don't feel comfortable placing him in the middle of the pack or any lower than that, just because he's pretty dang solid on all the different game modes, and he's exceptional at 2, in my opinion. So I believe Carl's going to be really solid being introduced into the game, and I'm really happy that it's a super rare brawler, that multiple people can get it as soon as he's released and start practicing with him and see possibly maybe a Carl meta flourish. You never know. I would love to see that. So yeah, guys, hopefully you're all excited about Carl. I know I most definitely am. He's going to be a really fun brawler because of his uniqueness. You guys know that unique brawlers always click with me. I love playing with them. But for the remainder of the video, we're going to be hopping into some gameplay on some of the exceptional game modes that I feel like he's good in, as well as maybe some other ones, and we'll see how he goes or pans out in those game modes I think he might not be super good in, but still playable. So the very first game mode that I want to show you guys is Showdown. Of course, he's going to be absolutely insane on Showdown, being that if there's a wall close to a box, you can unlock it so incredibly fast. Now, there are ways that you can get maximum DPS as well at maximum range, and that is at maximum range. If I were to hit this Jessie at that range, we can get 2 shots while it's hitting her as well as coming back. But take a look at this. So we're going to line up right against this wall, and this amount of DPS being able to open up the box is absolutely insane. And if it's even closer to the wall, like this one, we can get it even faster, as you can see. Bam, bam, bam. Let's go, Primo. Okay. Guys, I feel like when you're at 500 trophies, the bots are actually pretty dang good. And I've learned the hard way with our 1v1s with Ben. But yes, let's see if we can't deal some damage to this bull. And some other mechanics that are really fun with Carl, and you might be able to do them even better if you don't have a star power, is being able to hook around walls. Of course, you can't shoot through the wall, but as you can see, it comes back through a wall. So if there's someone like camping in bushes, say right around this corner, you can go like this, hit him there, and then hit him again while he's coming back. It's pretty dang cool. I love his mechanics. They're so unique. So now we have our first shot at our super, and there's a Brock down here. So why don't we surprise him, get close, deal some damage, and see if we can we pick up the kill? Guys, I'm telling you, the bots are heat-seeking. They have aim bots. But as you can see, the super is really good, and it lasts quite a while. Okay, Brock. Okay, Brock. Okay, so as soon as we enter the bushes, they totally forget about us. The fun of playing up against bots. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. So Jessie's over here. Let's see if we can't get her super one more time. I would love that. So we got a cactus here as well. So we might be able to get some use out of the cactus. Can we hit her? There we go. So we got her at max range. That would be an instance where we would hit her twice with the pickaxe going out and then back. So let's see if we can pick up some mad damage on this Brock. The heat seeking, I'm telling you. Aimbot. He's ready to go. He's all set. Let's go. Let's get him. Bam, 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 bam. Good game, Brock. But as you can see, he's going to be really good in Showdown. So for all you players out there that love Showdown, you're going to be having such a good time with Carl in that game mode. He's so incredibly fun and good at the same time. But the other game mode that I want to show you guys is also Bounty. And then we'll be hopping into another game mode that I think he's going to be somewhat okay in. So let's hop into one. So hopping into some Bounty, especially on a map that I think he's going to be exceptional in. As you can see on Excel, there are a lot of different walls that you can get a lot of value out of your attack. Where you go like this, straight up against a wall. If there's anyone close to that, you can get some crazy DPS going. So let's see how we can do against these bots. Hopefully I can show you not getting owned by these OP bots. The heat-seeking bots. And as well in a map like this, you can do the whole mechanic where you throw it and then bend it around to get double the damage on the way there as well as the way back. So they're pressed up against this wall here, so we might be able to get some good damage. We hit the Rico twice, and we're full health, so we might be able to just zip on in, though there is a Shelly. Another thing to keep in mind is if Shelly or stuns, or I shouldn't say stuns, I should say slows or knockbacks. While you're in your super, you continue to spin in your super and deal damage, which is pretty dang cool. It's a cool mechanic. But let's see what we can do against these guys. Let's hop on in. Okay, we had to retreat. That Rico's on us so fast. Let's go, Jesse. I have 84 health. I'll still take you on. So it's 4-5. The bots are beating us, guys. I'm telling you, the bots are OP. But all you got to do to beat the bots is just hide in a bush and wait for them to come out. So let's auto-aim this Rico. And let's heal up, and I want to get some value on my super. But as soon as I come out of the bush, they're going to be on me. There you go. The bots. So good. Okay, let's get him. Zip, 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 zip. That's awesome. And it's good to just use your super for just the increased movement speed, like in Brawl Ball and things like that, where you kick the ball up for like a ball scoring mechanic. Kick the ball up, use your super to get to the ball. Though it's a little bit harder than like a Daryl, just because his super lasts so long that you have to time it. You're going to go past it if you keep going the same direction. But we're finally coming out here. So there's a wall there, wall there. We're going to die by the turret. Should just stay in the bushes. But it's 19 to 15. We should be able to wrap this up. Does anyone have... Okay. Let's see. Let's super in on these guys. We did have some help by the mines delaying their attacks. But I love his health with his super, right? You could jump in there, take some damage while you're spinning like crazy, because you're going to be taking some shots. But it's so good, especially if you're on top of like 2 people or 3 people. You can charge up your super so fast and use it again. It's so incredibly fun. Carl's going to be good on Bounty. And the next game mode that I want to show you guys, I don't think he's going to be incredibly good, like stand out next meta brawler on Heist, but I still think he's going to be solid. I find a lot of control with his character. He's got this one ammo that always stays around, as well as if you find a map on Heist with all these walls like this, you can get some insane damage. Let's just go right to the safe. I know all of them are as well on the other team, but as you can see, you get some crazy damage racking up, but they're already stopping me. Up against that box, you stand right on top of the box, you get damage. It's insane. But let's try and play this control game with the walls and show you guys a little bit different element from him. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's get our super so we can super on in. And Penny's got her turret already. Okay, with the slow, we can get some increased damage. And we're getting them at max range somewhat, so we can get some crazy damage on them as well. We're going to be going down. Almost took out the Brock. And then we're going to try to get in on the safe with our super to show the damage that can be done there. Okay, so Penny wastes her super there, which is good. Thank you, bot. We're just going to camp in the bushes, guys. We're going to take advantage of the robots pathing and just the way they're programmed. Now they're coming back. Let's go. All right, so what I'm going to try to do is get some damage as well as deal damage to them. Okay, there we go. And now I'm just going to retreat again. We're 80%. So our teammates are coming in. Camp in the bushes. They're all over here. Let's wait and see. Okay, good job. We're going to use the super as for increased damage so we can evade that Brock super. And then, as you can see, we're just standing right here. Bam, 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 bam. If we go as fast as possible. Look at all the damage we're doing. This is insane. Oh my goodness. So 80% to 27% off of a few hits. So I think Carl's going to be pretty solid. Now, this map is an exception. As you can see, there is a wall literally placed right up against the safe, where some of the maps on Heist don't have that. But still, Carl has pretty good range and control capabilities, like I said before. You can take out those pesky lobbers if you're playing on Heist, like a Barley. You can super on them. They don't have much health. You can kill them relatively quickly. Man, these bots, man. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can't take it out. We're getting good DPS at max range like this. Can we take it out? There we go. Come on. There we go. We finally got it with 4 seconds left on the screen. So I think he's going to be pretty solid on Heist. And the final one that I want to show you guys, and I believe he's going to be somewhat decent on once again, is Brawl Ball. What I've noticed about Carl is that if there's an alternative objective, I think he's going to be pretty dang good, where people are like distracted or they might get in like a weird position on the map. Like on Brawl Ball, if they're all clumped together, you can use a super, get some really good value, as well as your basic attack. He has piercing damage with this pickaxe, so I think he's going to be pretty dang solid on Brawl Ball. So we're going to be hopping into the very first map, Backyard Bowl, and see how we can't do. Now, some of the maps, of course, there are some maps on Brawl Ball where there are a lot of walls packed. And you might be able to find some better value on those maps with Carl. But let's see what these guys have. Okay, the Mortis was getting stuck on the wall there. So let's see if we can get some crazy damage on this bull here. Okay. Okay, he's pressed up against the wall, so we can get some cool damage on him there too. Alright, good deal. So we got a bow. Let's just be kind of like the crowd control here. Let's try and take out as many brawls as we can. We'll have the bot score for us. Nice shot. What is this? This Penny's OP. Okay, let's see. Now let's go blitz in there. Yes, there is a bull, but we can still get some good damage. And then a bow. This Mortis just keeps getting stuck on walls. Give me the ball. And then I want to show you guys, actually, before we win here, I want to show you guys the mechanic where you can kick it and go straight up like you would see with typical ball scores like Primo and Daryl. So it's still going to be good, but it's just going to take a little bit more finesse, because if you're not careful, you'll just go straight past it. We go like that, kick it up, wait for it, and then you can, and like I said before, it's not as good as some of the brawlers like Daryl, because it's so fast, you just zoom straight up and grab it. Or like a Primo, you can just jump straight on the ball. But it's still something. You can still do it in different situations. So I think Carl's going to be pretty solid. And as for the other game modes, like I said before, I don't think Carl is particularly bad on those game modes, but I think the game modes that I showed you in today's video, he's going to be pretty dang solid on, and we showed you a lot of them in today's video, so that's the reason why I think Carl is going to be pretty solid coming into the meta. If you have a brawler that can play on multiple different maps, you can play on different game modes efficiently, you can gain trophies faster, which makes that brawler a better brawler in the meta. So guys, let me know what you think about Carl. I know the hype is real. We're going to be getting him tomorrow, which is absolutely insane. I cannot wait, but let me know, what do you think about him? Do you think he's going to be a little bit underwhelming? Do you think he's going to be pretty dang good in the meta? Like I think so. If you disagree with what I said in the game, make sure to let me know in the comments. I love to hear your discussion and have a discussion with you. So with that being said, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to slap a like, and also consider hitting that subscribe button down below, being a part of the Ray fam. We would love to have you. So guys, with that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.